And welcome back. Let's go get that dragon scale. Ugh, I love the music in these games. I can't believe I haven't mentioned it yet, but there's something about the music in Sierra games that are so awesome. I love the music in this game, and Quest for Glory 4 has some fantastic music in it. It's wonderful. I just love it. I played it for my 5-year-old niece and my 7-year-old nephew one time, some of the music, and they just loved it. It's awesome. If you haven't heard it before.
Come no further.
Uh-oh.
Good day, sir. I
don't care who you are. This is my bridge, and I will only let you cross it if you give me 1,000 pieces of lead and a rat on a stick.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this stuff is actually funny, so I'm gonna do
Princess
it.
Rosella of Daventry, order you to let me pass.
And I, Brutus Bone Crusher, says no.
Brutus
Well,
Bone
that guy,
Crusher.
that guy just won't listen to reason.
Oh no, are you gonna do it? I
That
wanna
guy
see
just
it.
won't listen to reason.
Dang, that's a shame. That death is really funny because if you... I don't know why it's not doing now. I don't know if I have to trigger something that I'm just not remembering, but if you bug him enough, he literally just like picks you up and throws you in the lava. It's really funny. Hopefully, if you're playing this, you can get him to do it because it's a good death. Okay, so remember this shield that we got? We're gonna stick this on here. It's not quite complete yet, because you notice how this is that on there. Well, I'm gonna stick it back on.
That shield doesn't go anywhere. There.
And let's go for a ride. Goodbye. Brutus the Bone Crusher. Alright, now we can go back here. Let's see, I think I'm gonna turn... I usually do have the scrolling on. I don't know why it doesn't do that automatically. Hear that heavy breathing? Kinda sounds like the breathing of a dragon. And one thing you might notice too is a lot of voices in this game sound similar. For example, I'm pretty sure the woman who does Melicia's voice also does the dragon's voice, and the woman who does Valanice does a lot of extra stuff and all that, so just fun little tidbits.
Are you a dragon?
I am. Do not fear me, little troll.
You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Thank you. You are most kind. Once that would have made me smile. Now I know I will never be happy again.
What has made you so sad?
I have lost my will to live. I have lost my spark.
That's one thing I forgot to do when we were still in that forgery place with the rude troll and the very nice one, Oppie. Totally forgot I needed to get a flame from there, so I apologize for that. That's the reason why we have the lantern, so we can get the spark for her. Gotta click it in a specific spot for her to go. Alright, this is funny, so I gotta do this too.
Night, Mama.
Good night, you big goon.
Alright, so we gotta get the bellows going so we can get a flame going real quick, because they don't stay aflame for long. So you just take the lantern and then click it on the fire. She'll just pull it out of her sleeve, and I'll stick it back in, because that's not, you know, dangerous whatsoever. Yes, I feel similarly, Dragon. You can actually manipulate the scrolly thing. You can hold it down and move it over in case you ever need to. Just something to know. Okay, so now that we have her spark, let's take it and click it on her.
This doesn't happen to be the kind of spark you meant, does it?
A spark. Bless you, little troll. Here, let me have it.
Now she did that. Yeah.
I am indebted to you. Here, take this diamond. With it, you can live like a princess.
Thank you. It's beautiful, but what I'd really like is one of your scales.
Please.
Yes, yes, little one, whatever you want. But I can wait no longer to fly. I will give you a scale when I return.
This is pretty cool.
Farewell!
This actually inspired a little bit of my story that I've been writing for a long time. The way that she flies out of there. Yeah, I'm a dork, I know, but it's whatever. They say that dorks rule the world, so I guess I'm okay with that. Okay, so remember I told you it takes a while to get this dragon scale because you have to put a lot more into it than these other ingredients, though I don't know how you would call things like a silver spoon and a gold bowl ingredients, but um yeah, it's definitely the hardest one to get and it takes the longest. That's why I always save it for last because it's just easier that way. So I think all you have to do is leave the room and then go back, and she should be back already. If she's not, um, then make sure you have all the rest of the ingredients and walk around some, but I hear her snoring, so that means that she's back. She should be back. If she's not, then um, I guess it could be a glitch in your game, or you may be missing something, or you may need to talk to someone or something, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so her tail should be down. Oh shoot, dang it, I forgot to give the jewel to Oppie. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I'll explain what I was going to say anyway. When you go in there, her tail should be down. If it's not, when you have the proper instruments to get her scale off, I think you should just be able to stand there and wait for her tail to fall. Because if you try to get the scale off when her tail is still curled up around her gems like they were before the first time you met her, then I think her tail will actually come down and crush you to death. So that's just bad news bears. So we want to stay away from that. Okay. So let's go back in here. Remember, Oppie said that he would love to leave this place and go be the most amazing jeweler of Etheria, but he doesn't have the money to do it. So since that's the case, and we're feeling very generous, we're going to go ahead and give him this jewel that the dragon gave us.
Oppie, I have something I'd like to give you.
Oh my, it's perfect. It's beautiful. How can I ever thank you? I'm forever in your debt. Oh, I'm going to throw out this horrible hammer and chisel and get the best set money can buy.
If you don't want it, may I have it, Oppie?
Of course. Enjoy them, my dear. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Rosella.
So you have to do that in order to get this hammer and chisel, otherwise you can't get the dragon scale. So make sure that you do that. Typically in this game, if anybody needs help with something, like with the desert rat or Oppie, you need to do it to get something in return eventually. If you don't help them, like, you can't unlock getting it. So if we hadn't helped the desert rat, we couldn't get the bead, which means we couldn't have gotten out of the desert. If we didn't help Oppie, we wouldn't have gotten the hammer and chisel, which means we wouldn't have been able to get the dragon scale and so forth. Yeah, I'm sorry I kept forgetting things. I know I have everything I need now. For some reason, I just wasn't thinking of it, and that's not typical of me, so I apologize for that. I feel like it's wasting your time. So hopefully it didn't mess you up too much. Okay, so her tail is still down, so we're gonna take this hammer and chisel and click it on her tail here. Okay, it's a beautiful dragon scale. So that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have all of our ingredients. And since getting that dragon scale took such a long time, I will end this video here, and I will see you next time.